Welcome to the Kaler Podcast. This time we've got a beautiful and extremely clean example of a 1985 Les Paul Custom on loan from Six Gun Music. It will be available for purchase at the Las Vegas Guitar Trade Show. How you doing today, Gary?
Oh, hey, I'm glad to talk about this guitar. This is a really clean guitar, too. Looks almost new right off the line.
It really does. Now, we already did an entire episode on how Kaler's got onto Gibsons and things like that, so we won't dive into it. That history's already out there, and we'll put a link in right here. Now, something I know that you'd like to talk about, Gary, is the old-style saddle set.
Can you get a...
Yeah, I can do that. Here, hold on. This one right here has the original saddle set on it. Why don't you get us up to speed on that, Gary?
Well, actually, it had the original saddle set, and I took it off and put our regular lockdown saddle set on it, which is available to anyone who has this Gibson bridge. Now, the original saddle set is the same one that we used to have on the Flyer. Now, at that time, this is pretty high technology, and it wasn't until a little later that we developed this lockdown saddle set. So it goes on the same pin and everything, but on this one, as you can see, it has a bolt with a spring, because at that time, that was the deal, the bolt with a spring. And then we would put tracks in the plate, and we said, hey, those little 440 screws that stick in those tracks won't move around. Well, yes, they didn't move around, but it would cause the saddle to tip just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it create problems. So about a year and a half after we come out, 2 years, we came out with this locking saddle, and it will fit perfectly right on your Gibson.
One thing that is really it's sort of the downfall of those saddles that have a screw on either side of them is that nobody can seem to agree if they should be level or follow the radius or whatnot. Now, of course, you and I know they need to be level, because if they're tilted and following the radius, that will definitely make them rock back and forth.
Well, that's the trouble with the two 440s. I mean, that's true on any guitar that has two 440s. Where on this lockdown saddle, I mean, it isn't going to go left or right. It locks in the back and so forth. But a big feature of this is that it has string spacing, so you can adjust the spring spacing however you want it. Now, you certainly can't do that on the original set. So, as a result, the features of this new set have many features, and a 6-way adjustable, in and out to intonate, up and down for your radius, and left and right for your string spacing. And it's engineered so it goes directly on that Gibson, or for that matter, any stud mount that we have.
That's something that's pretty important. A lot of people tend to forget these days, but Fender spacing and Gibson spacing are two completely different things.
Well, the problem was right here, like this is 2.030, and Gibson, that would be closest to the Gibson, and of course the Fender was 2.125, sometimes a little more than that. So that really solved it on left to right, and we had to do that, because otherwise you got so many parts for so many different people. This way it's more universal. That's all part of our retro set to help you get exactly what you want and the feel that you want.
And the only thing that I can think of that the original saddles kind of have on the new ones is that there's no argument as far as saddle height. With the new ones, people try to get them as low as they can, and they don't realize they need to tip the bridge.
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right. It's very, very important that, and you've done a whole deal on this.
Oh, yeah.
That those fine tuners are absolutely straight up and down at a 90-degree angle with the bridge, as well as therefore the guitar top. It can't be sucked down like that or pulled way up, because it isn't in the middle, regardless of what saddle set you got. I mean, and you've done a great job on explaining that.
The cam on the one right over there, the 85 in question, is actually too far forward, so I'm going to reset that for our friends here.
Reset it. We now also have the lockdown post. It locks straight in to here, and you simply put this on and screw it down, and you can adjust the height and all the rest from that one, and then you can tighten the cap here with a different Allen wrench.
And then you got the little platforms that go underneath where the bridge would be.
If you want to raise them clear up, these are all SAE, All American threads. And so you can raise that front end as high as you want. The basic main construction of this plate here has not changed all these years. So everything will retrofit it. It really will.
One of the sad things, though, about this particular bridge is that it was designed for a Gibson, and it seems like Gibson people are chasing after those 2 years, the golden age of Gibson from the McCarty era that was like 58 to 60. And if there's anything that's different from 58 to 60, they will immediately reject it.
Well, those are traditionalists. Maybe that's a vintage. Maybe that's how it is. But I can just tell you that in our involvement with Gibson, of course, started in 83. We went to Kalamazoo, and we saw the good people there. And all I can say is that really ended about 1986. Of course, when New Orleans sold out to Berryman and Juskowitz.
Yeah, the very last Kaler I can find in a Gibson catalog is 1988.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a shame that we don't work more with Gibson. I've really tried to in Nashville, and maybe we will in the future work more. But, we still got the bridges, and you can put them on a Gibson.
Yeah, the no-ride option is it's a really good thing. It's something that people have asked for a lot, but it definitely deserves its own special episode. So we'll save that for next time.
We got to be clear. That's not a tremolo. That is a fixed bridge.
That is a fixed
with
bridge.
With fine tuning. You can move the plate all around just like this plate, and you can put it on the little disc like that, and then you can put the lockers on there, and believe me, that is a solid piece. Anyway, I know that's for another day.
That is for another day. So until next time, I've been Eddie Kernan.
Hey, I'm Gary Kaler, and I thank you for watching, and hey, get back to us.
See you next week.